Cine here, where you come for all of your media needs. My name is Ray.
It's your boy, Nicky Tay.
And today we're reviewing See You Yesterday.
Directed by Stefan Bristol, starring Eden Duncan-Smith and Dante Crislow. See You Yesterday focuses on a young African-American girl, along with her friend who discovered the ability to time travel, who then uses that newfound discovery to potentially save her brother from being a victim of police brutality and killing. This film, which was also produced by Spike Lee, is definitely very black, which I love. And it's also probably one of the weird times we get a film that's really focused on African American scientists. You know, you get a little bit of that with like Shuri and Black Panther. And then if I have to think back, I'm probably going all the way back to like Blank Man. like it's rarely that we get scientists, engineers, African American centric movies. And this is that. And that it also has to do with time travel. I really like what this film did with adding in like Michael J. Fox.
Yep.
Who's known for, of course, Back to the Future. And he even, gives you a little bit of cameo and makes a reference to the film in there. This film is wonderful, and especially with the current events going on, I think it's very relevant. I think it's something that a lot of people should see. It's a very enjoyable movie.
It's crazy because like you literally took everything I was about to say. You took it all. You left me with nothing to talk about. This movie was...
And the consequences of time travel are evidence in this film.
This movie was also produced by Spike Lee. I know Nick said it, but I want to say it too. This movie was a breath of fresh air for me. But for all the reasons that you named, I'm not going to go over it again. But you did say everything I wanted to say. So I would go on a different point. Anytime you're dealing with a time travel movie, you always are going to have places in the movie that just do not make sense, right? No matter where you go, and because the time paradox and doesn't really work, alternate timeline, do they drift all? How do it go? Can you really go back? It's so many questions dealing with time travel. So in movies like this, you kind of have to have suspended belief. And I think that they handled it well for the most part. And you could tell that this movie was on a limited budget, but I think that they did really, really, really good with what they were given. They didn't go overly dramatic with effects, but it almost felt like it was practical in the sense that everything they did was minimalist and it made sense for the movie. One of my negatives I would have to say about the film probably would be it being a tad bit cheesy. Maybe this could attest to it being two teenagers, not adults. Maybe you might can attest to that. But that might be one of my only gripes about this movie. I think everything else was done very well for the most part.
For me, the acting wasn't super great. It wasn't bad. Not a lot of standouts in this film. Mm-hmm. Special effects were okay. To your point, they were a bit cheesy. I thought the way they time traveled was a bit weird. But whatever. This is how they discover time travel. Who am I to say what time travel looks like? But I will say some films have done it better.
Absolutely.
But I think for this movie, as with most movies made by Spike Lee, it's all about the message, right? And the message here is that cops need to restrain themselves. And Black Lives Matter, absolutely, bottom line. And this film hits those points while also hitting, the normal science fiction tropes.
Yeah.
Which, what more can you ask for if you are looking for this in a movie? It is what it is.
You're just stealing all my material. I feel like
I gave you time. You could have said that.
You just took it all. You just taking everything. This movie it's crazy that it came out a year ago, but as you can see, this is still, this ain't the only movie. There's plenty of films. You can go back years and years and years. There's plenty of films that show police brutality and murdering of black unarmed people, and it still carries all that weight even to today. In closing, I would say that this was a very surprising film. I did not expect it to be as good as it was. I came in with very low expectations. I'm not gonna lie, but when it even started off with Michael J. Fox, it already was showing me that they were trending in the right direction. I will have to give this movie a 7.8.
This film for me was about everything I expected. They went back in time. They realized that that's a lot harder than it sounds, and they stumbled their way through what anybody would do, trying to fix something that probably didn't need to be fixed, but you desperately so want it to be fixed. For me, this is a 7.5. Again, the acting, right? I really wanted a standout actor in this film. I wanted somebody to be like, oh wow, I can't wait to see them in another movie, and I didn't really get that. I got like, oh, they were okay. So 7.5, but still a movie that I would recommend. That completes the review for See You Yesterday. Hopefully you have already seen this today.
Yeah.
Because this movie did come out last year, like we alluded to earlier, but still very relevant with Netflix pushing their Black Lives Matter centric films. This is one of the films that was included in their list. There are plenty of other films to be seen, plenty of other docuseries to be seen. And so while you're watching this, maybe you dabble into some of the other ones and you find some good content.
And if you want us to cover any of those films that you see on that list, just let us know in the comments, and we will be glad to cover any of those black films, because we love black films. We loved them before they became marketable, and we're going to love them after. So keep that in mind when you're watching this review or any of our reviews in the future.
Absolutely, and as always, make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all of our reviewing content. And as always, don't forget, you've seen it here.